Hello everybody. I'm just doing a test of the YouTube Live, and I thought I'd do that because I have 3 red-tailed hawks in my view. And I can't show all 3 of them to you right now. Well, actually I could if I turn the camera to the side. So up here at the top is Betty. Then there's Barney, and here's Phoenix. As far as I can tell, the quality on YouTube is actually pretty good. And this was just a quick, easy, dirty broadcast. Just felt inspired by my hawks. Oh. What happened? I lost sight of Barney. He took off somewhere. I didn't see him take off, but he did. I saw the branch moving afterwards, so I don't know where he is right now. Let me get the camera back on the hawks that I can see, and see if maybe Barney returns. But I don't see him. It's not the prettiest of evenings. It's overcast and rather cool, but the birds are singing. It's a nice evening. And I'll just be on for a few more minutes. Still no sign of Barney, although potentially I may be hearing alert calls because of him, but I don't see him like up in the air or anything. I wonder if he flew deeper into the woods or something. That I don't know. If you're watching and you would like to, you can chat in the chat room. The only one who's posted anything so far is me. That's okay. So again, this up here is Betty, and this is Phoenix down here, and Barney was there in that same tree just a few moments ago, but left. And these are the same red-tailed hawks that were in the movie Gold. They're not very close to me right now, so I can't give you a super close-up, but I can give you a somewhat decent look. So we're looking at Phoenix right now. And I think we'll move up to see Betty. And there she is. I think I can also hear a scarlet tanager, but I'm not sure, and a robin singing. Hello, Chris Henderson. I don't know who else is tuned in. That I can't tell. We're looking at Betty, one of my neighboring red-tailed hawks. And we're going to go back down to Phoenix. And if you're just tuning in, a third red-tailed hawk, Barney, had been there with them in the same tree. At another perch level, about roughly in between them, midway between, and but he took off, and I don't know where he went. I'm looking at this on my phone, and it's a different sort of experience than it is with Ustream. But this is the platform where we'll be migrating shortly, within the next few weeks. Maybe sooner rather than later. I don't know. It depends on how things go. I wasn't going to do this tonight, but as I said near the beginning, I happened to see my three hawks in a tree together, and I thought, well, why not? I have to do a test sometime. So I'm testing now. Hello to Lorraine from Australia. Wow. What time is it there? I'm certain it's Monday by now, but... Now, one might wonder, now I've long assumed that Betty and Barney were the mated pair and that Phoenix is just someone whom they allow in the area. And they do seem to get along with Phoenix just fine, so I mean there's no issue there. But anyway, are Betty and Barney, were they nesting this year? I don't know. If they have a nest, I don't know where it is, although I do have a suspicion, because I did see on one occasion one of them carrying some kind of a twig or something, and went to a certain tree, but I've never followed up in terms of trying to find the nest there. And just because it went to a tree 9:30 a.m. Wow. Okay. Well, at least you're not up late. The just last night, actually, if you were watching my broadcast, we saw Big Red on the Cornell campus fly towards Bradfield Hall with a twig, and that's not where her nest is. And then she eventually took it to the nest. So, when I saw on that occasion here locally, whoever it was that day carrying some greenery, didn't necessarily mean that it was headed right to its nest. That looks like a young robin. There are some young robins around. I saw one earlier today. Mourning dove there in the distance, and maybe somebody else by the way the branches are shaking. But nobody that's frightening the mourning dove anyway. I'm lucky where I am right now. Occasionally I see, not every day certainly, but we do occasionally get to see eagles here, and red-tailed hawks, of course. Sometimes more distantly I'll see an osprey, although one I remember not too long ago, within the last few weeks, I happened to have one flying right over my home. I don't see Barney anywhere else in the trees. There are certain perches where they will go that are on the edge of the woods, but that are very difficult to see, especially when there are leaves on the trees. But I don't see him on any of those either. Again, this is just a test broadcast. I just want to see how things are working. They seem to be working fairly well. So we're looking at Phoenix. I have to admit, I have a hard time telling the difference between them all. Somehow, Barney's head is a little bit lighter and more uniform in coloration. Not lighter than Phoenix, we're looking at Phoenix now, but lighter than Betty's. And again, more uniform in color. Phoenix seems to have at least one somewhat prominent bit of coloration that gives him a look like he has an eyebrow. And then Betty, I don't know, somehow she just looks more fierce. There's something about her coloration of her head that she just looks more fierce, and it is also, it's less uniform in coloring than Barney's is. I think I just heard a yellow throat. No, not a yellow throat, a yellow warbler. I'll be closing up the broadcast very shortly. It's such an impromptu thing that I really don't have a lot of battery power or anything like that to run it all. But I just felt like doing it. You hear a robin singing now, and you hear plenty of vocalizations from red-winged blackbirds and other smaller birds. I wouldn't mind if Barney would come back into view. There's someone bothering a robin right now, but I don't see anybody from here. Last year, on an occasion or two, there was an eagle up there in those trees, and it was a young eagle, and all the other birds, they went crazy. They were not happy. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lorraine. They do seem to be just pretty much relaxed for the evening. Thank you, Wayne. Welcome, and glad you're joining us. If you normally tune in on Ustream, we'll be changing in the next few weeks. Not sure exactly when. I think it's really just a matter of everyone getting up and running. I mean, personally, I could I could make the change right this moment if I wanted to. From a technological standpoint, I'm set to do it. But there are other considerations, and so we're not quite ready. And also, I want to make sure everyone who does join us on Ustream is aware of the change, so that they don't go to Ustream one day and find that there's nobody there. So that's the purpose of announcing it and giving everyone some time to adapt or whatever. And who knows? It could end up being that I don't like the way it works out, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay. Are you? Lorraine, you were notified by email. Is it that you subscribe to this channel? Maybe that's why you received a notification. Actually, Ustream used to do it until recently. Then they stopped the whole notification service, and so, which is unfortunate because you never know exactly when I would start broadcasting, and sometimes I do it on the spur of the moment even, and it's nice when people receive a notification if they're interested through YouTube. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, that was a nice aspect of Ustream before, but they eliminated it for whatever reason, and they're making a number of changes at Ustream, and that's fine. That's their prerogative. But some of those changes are really going to have us moving on to YouTube, and we'll give that a try. So we're looking at Betty right now, everybody. For me, the fun thing about all this is just to be able to share the birds, and when it's great to see maybe something beautiful or amazing or whatever, but it's not as good when you have to keep it to yourself. But when you're able to share it with someone right away and share that experience, that's what makes it all worthwhile. Okay, I see that you were also notified through YouTube, Wayne. Okay. That's good. I mean, this is an unannounced test that I'm doing, and I'm glad that some people are receiving, some people at least, are receiving the notifications. We're not seeing anything terribly exciting. We're just looking at hawks that are perched in a tree. But it is good to see them. See, this is Phoenix, and even more than his right, his eyebrow, in quotes, over his left eye. I say his, I don't know if it's a he, to be honest with you. Over the left eye is more prominent. That's just one of the ways I recognize this hawk. And that and the slightly lighter, almost orangish head. And that's how I recognize. Now, if I don't get a good look, or the lighting's not very good, or whatever, or they're very distant, then I sometimes can't tell the difference between the three. But bird watching can be a very rewarding experience, especially if you take it seriously and you set out to maybe see something in particular, or if you just hope that you'll see something beautiful or amazing. And I'm lucky enough that often enough as I do go bird watching, I get to see something of interest, whether it's something really special in some way, or maybe just a good look at something that is every day, seen every day, but not nearly as well. It's just a rewarding type thing, and it's something that maybe if people would only give it a try, maybe they'd enjoy it as well. A lot of people, I don't know, they think of bird watching, they think, oh, they just walk along, oh, there's a bird, oh, there's a bird, oh, there's a bird, and that's it, and then that's the end of the day. And it depends on how you approach it. It could be like that, or it could be something like what I do when I'm streaming live. I try to see anything that's special or whatever, and I think people enjoy it also with me. Okay, I think we'll take one more look up at Betty, and then maybe I'll call it a night, because I really don't have too much time to spend out here. It's just Betty's coloring. It just makes her look more fierce, especially from the side, when she turns her head to the side. I wish I could compare Barney with the others also, but he's not. He left. I don't know where he went. He snuck away when I wasn't looking. I can say this. It appears that on my phone, at least the way, because I'm also looking at the broadcast, it looks like there's not much of a delay between what I see on my camera and what is at least appearing on my phone. Chris, thank you. I really truly enjoy it, and just knowing that other people enjoy the tours as well. It's it's very rewarding for me. It really is. I think I have a young robin I want to look at, and then I think we're going to call it a night. Yep, that's a very young one. Probably just left the nest in the last couple days, if I had to guess. Everyone, I wish you all a good night, and we will see you next time. I may have a test, another test soon, or who knows? I mean, not tonight, but another test in the next day or two, or may have a regular broadcast anyway. So everyone, I wish you all a good night. Bye-bye.